Well, hey,
Yo, what is going on, everybody? Ziggy here. Welcome back to another episode of Ziggy Rants, where I rant about anything and everything, ranging from what pisses me off to something generally going on in my life. Okay, so today's episode is going to be about school. This is something I've been wanting to talk about for a hot minute. So I feel as though school wouldn't be half as bad if it was actually about, learning instead of just keeping your grades up all the time. I feel like students wouldn't be half as I feel like students wouldn't be half as stressed in their everyday life, or just like they wouldn't be half as reluctant to go to school, if they just, because, kids sometimes have enough responsibility as it is. Because, well, I'm not going to say all kids have enough responsibility, because a lot of them don't do shit. Like, some kids have chores that they need to do around the house. Some kids, I wouldn't really call video games a chore, or like, really a responsibility at all, because you don't really need to do that. But a lot of kids have a lot of stuff going on. And then they just have to go to school to do their work and keep their grades up, or else their parents would get mad at them. That's not really a good, thing to do. And especially if there are kids that are also trying to get into college. And their parents have like a lot of expectations for them and stuff like that. That stresses a kid out, So I feel like it should be more about learning than just constantly trying to keep your grades up and stuff like that. And I feel like it would have to be all year round too, because, to make sure everybody really gets what they're talking about, what the teacher's talking about, just to make sure everybody really gets it, So that's why I kind of feel like it should be more about learning than just keeping your grades up, because I feel like it wouldn't stress out kids as much, It wouldn't stress them out as much if it was just more about learning and not just keeping your grades up. I feel like school would have to go all year round too, because there are a lot of kids like me that are like really slow, so they just kind of, they go at their own pace. So, holy crap, that gameplay is awful. So, it would have to be like an all year round school year instead of just, getting off for like summer break. Because, think about it. I know a lot of you are going to say no, but would you rather go to school and have breaks every now and then, but not learn anything and be stressed about grades, trying to keep them up and stuff like that? Or would you rather go to school and actually learn stuff, but the school year be all year round so other people can actually get it, So they can actually get what you're talking about, well, what they're talking about, Me personally, since I'm a slow motherfucker myself, I would rather go to school and actually learn instead of going to school learning absolutely nothing and just not worry about grades, you know? Because school right now, I feel like you don't have to learn anything past like middle school. Like anything past middle school, you're not learning anything. Let's be so for real. Anything past middle school, you don't need to learn. You really don't need to learn anything past middle school, because at that point, who is using like algebra, you know? Who's using algebra? Now I know there are people that want to go into like those kinds of fields. Like just be a math teacher. Yeah, then at that point have them be taught algebra instead of just having it be a required class, you know? Instead of just having it be a required class, just give them the option if they want to. Because I know there are a lot of people that want to be a teacher. So let them be a teacher if they want to. But don't give them a required class and then expect them to keep their grades up, you know? Give them the classes they want, you know? If you're gonna be forced to go to school, okay? If you're gonna be forced to go to school, at least give them the classes that they want, you know? Because like that was the dryer. Because like nowadays a lot of kids are stressed because math is not their forte or reading is not their forte. Like, give them the classes that they want to have, you know? I know in high school they do that, but in middle school they just give you the regular, math, reading, science, or whatever, you know? Those should be required classes. Especially the algebra. Like, oh my god. But yeah, I feel like kids would be a lot more happy with that option. Especially like slow learners, with the whole option of it just being about actually learning instead of just like keeping grades up. Especially the slow kids, they would be overjoyed with that, because that's just it's easier that way, you know? So yeah, I feel like that's really all I wanted to rant about. I feel like I just said a whole lot of nothing this time, but I will see you guys later. Peace out. I love you guys. Cue the outro.
One milkshake coming right up. Oh, yeah. You